Good evening, everybody. It is Monday night here at the BTA Network. I'm sorry, it's Monday Mayhem on Tuesday. I know I'm thinking we had a holiday yesterday. Duh. Sorry, my brain's not working tonight. I just took a shower. You know what that does to me. All right, anyway. Um, we got stories that are under the radar, and we'll talk about them. And like I said, yesterday was Columbus Day / Indigenous Peoples Day. So
I just gotta say, I'd rather it be just
Indigenous people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people celebrate one, some celebrate the other, some celebrate both. Oh yeah, it was also Canadian Thanksgiving yesterday too.
Gobble gobble.
So just so you know what I'm doing, Shirley, I went
What
to a
about
web.
the introductions? I missed something.
Oh, mind if I get that out of the way, Frodo?
Go for it.
All right. Anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddblogstream. I'm currently joined online by 3 of my crazy cohorts. Below right is our master creator, Frodo. Hello, Frodo.
What's up, motherfuckers?
To my left, we have our resident tiny Oreo, Janet. Hello, Janet.
Hola, ¿cómo está, everybody?
And finally, below left is our man from the Bronx, Sajo. What's up, Sajo? Oh, he's probably having dinner. That's fine.
No, I already had dinner. Just mute because, the background noise.
Yeah, but I think wrestling has ended now that SmackDown went to only 2 hours. No, it's Raw tonight, not SmackDown. Sorry.
No, it's not. No, it's NXT.
Oh, jeez. I can't get anything right tonight, can I?
Oh, 2 hours.
Tripping over your tongue, girl.
No, I'm tripping over my brain. I think my brain still thinks it's Monday.
Hey, Shirley.
Yes.
How far whereabouts in town is your
my family member moving?
No, your work. Like in Montgomery.
It's over on the east side of East Chase.
Okay, I'm just wondering. So, like, near Carroll Villa, maybe?
No, further east than that.
Ah, okay, good.
Much further east than that.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because I'm using a program on the internet that you can find. This is for if anyone's ever curious.
Mm-hmm.
Do not ever do this for anything short of curiosity, please. I am not responsible if you use this and attract some attention. But if you're curious about what could happen in certain situations, there's a website there's a web app called Nuke Map.
Oh.
NUKE Map.
Mm-hmm.
Just do a search for it. It'll lead you to nuclearsecrecy.com/nuke map. And you can lay down any nuke in any place in the world, and you can set like presets for wind and stuff like that, so that you can see like where the plume of fallout's gonna go and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually pretty interesting to read.
I don't think I'm that curious.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, it's interesting because it actually will show you what will happen to certain places if you do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna set one off, let's say over St. Louis, and I don't know, let's go with the Tsar Bomba's actual size, which, by the way, was 50 megatons.
Ooh.
And we're gonna pop the bomb off, and fallout would go all the way to Lewiston,
Minnesota?
No, Lewiston, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
But
All right, you're keeping the fallout away from me.
But if I go Zarbomba's designed specifications, which was 100 megatons, well, they don't have a rating for the wait, I gotta hit that. Yeah, gotta make sure the wind's going. And yeah, the size of the fireball for the Zarbomba, the real Zarbomba, was 6.71 kilometers.
Ouch.
Which yeah, is an owie coming. But yeah, if you're ever curious, Nuke Map is really kind of fun.
Just can you put one over Putin in Russia?
Actually, I got a better place to put it.
Up Trump's ass.
I was gonna say, going over to the east, we're gonna find West Palm Beach.
Figured.
Let's see. Da 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 da. I know roughly where
Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah, is. I think I found it. He.
All right. After this, let's go on with the non-political stuff.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna just downgrade from Zarbomba to say the current largest thing we have in our
Arsenal?
Yep, which is 9 megatons.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, shitty. If you thought that Hurricane was bad, the 9 megaton missile is goodbye Riviera Beach, goodbye Jupiter, goodbye Green Acres. Yeah. That's kind of bad. And Port St. Lucie would not be feeling good either.
All right, let's get on with our.
Yep. I'll link this site to you, Shirley.
Okay. Excuse me.
Hey, I was just saying, it's available. You can find out more information at it, and it's just kind of fun to think about.
You can get rid of your own worst enemy without worrying about getting rid of your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sounds good.
Anyway.
Exactly. You can get rid of your own worst enemy without actually doing it.
Sounds good. Okay. I put up a bunch of stories because, remember last week we didn't really do anything because we had Milton to deal with, so.
Yeah.
So, here's what we got. I've got 6 stories. YouTuber Jack Doherty checks phone, then crashes his McLaren on stream. Yeah. Let's see. Pastor Keon Henderson faces backlash for discouraging congregation from giving to the poor. Seriously. That's real. Leaders
He's
of
a fucking asshole if he encourages that.
Yeah, leaders of DeKalb Horse Park, this is in Georgia, are bolting, asking public to take the reins. In other words, it's a popular horse park, but it's kind of having trouble behind the scenes. That's number 3. Number 4, high schooler seriously injured in hit and run witnessed by his entire cross-country team.
Ooh.
Okay, then we have number 5. Bath & Body Works apologizes for candle design that was compared to KKK hoods.
We gotta hit that at least.
Okay, that could be the first one. Let's see.
And
we also
how
have
about the one where he wrecks his car on YouTube. We could do that one second.
Okay. All right, here's another one. 12-year-old boy killed on Halloween haunted hayride, deputies say. And finally, this may end up being second. More than 300 products part of massive meat recall sold at Walmart, Target, Trader Joe's, and more. So I say the the Bath and Body Works goes first, then the meat recall second. Sound good?
Okay, and the one with the car crash third.
Okay.
And then we're also going to put Janet on fourth.
May the 5th.
That's not till next year, thank you.
I know.
Hey, I'm just teasing you, Jan.
All right,
I know.
All right. Well, anyway, this is a little serious. Let's see. This was posted today. No, yesterday. Excuse me, not today. I keep forgetting it's Tuesday, not Monday. I'm having a problem with that. Okay. Anyway, Bath and Body Works apologizes for candle design that was compared to KKK hoods. Really?
What design? What design?
KKK, the Ku Klux Klan?
No, but what?
Oh, no. A candle.
Bath and Body Works is apologizing for what?
Candle design. Candle design.
Okay. Okay.
Let me check.
That's what I.
All right, let me check my volume because sometimes it loves to play games with me. Yeah, it's all the way up. So, all right, just want to check that.
Shirley,
Yes?
I'm gonna place you under the bus.
Okay. All right.
I'm just in a good mood. I don't know.
Okay.
Why.
All right, this is going to be a very, very quick one. So, this is what's going on. Bath & Body Works has stopped selling one of its candles after its design sparked controversy online. The label on the holiday scented candle was decorated with a stylized paper snowflake, but many people on social media compared it to the hoods and robes worn by Ku Klux Klan members. Bath & Body Works has apologized and pulled the candle from its website and retail locations, according to CNN. Candles are a staple at Bath & Body Works. The retailer's collection of holiday scented candles accounts for nearly 40% of its annual sales.
So, I've got to say, I've actually seen the candle's design, and I'm just like, how the fuck did you not see the possible implications of this before you put it out on the shelves?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, the Ku Klux Klan whole hood is a very well-known symbol. So I just am like, no.
I feel like whoever put that design on there should have been fired.
Wouldn't be surprised if they are.
Yeah.
Well, I know they probably got fired because it's definitely a PR nightmare. But beyond that, before any company puts out a design for something, they really need to kind of have a set of people from all different walks of life that look at it and say, okay, could this be seen in a negative light? Could this be seen differently? Could this be seen badly? What could be done? You know?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, the fact that no one has thought to do this yet is kind of ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but we really need people to have the ability to check.
Properly vet stuff. You know?
Not even just vetting, but checking.
Yeah.
You need to check.
Like
Designers need
like a test group. A test group.
Yeah. Designers should check themselves before they wreck themselves, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Alright, so the next up. More than 300 products part of a massive meat recall sold at Walmart, Target, Trader Joe's, and more. And it keeps getting bigger. Okay, so the USDA is warning people about additional ready-to-eat meat and poultry products that have been recalled due to a possible Listeria contamination. Last week, the USDA released additional images of items that are part of the recall, which includes more than 300 items from many popular brands sold at major retailers. The products were sold at numerous chains including 7-Eleven, Trader Joe's, Wegmans, Walmart, Target, Kroger, Meyer? Meijer?
Yeah.
Mayher.
Meyer.
J is pronounced like soft H.
Okay, Mayher. HEB and more. The recall covers numerous items sold under popular brands such as Dole, Market Side, Atkins, Great Value, that's Walmart, Good and Gather, Fresh Express, and others. The USDA said nearly 10 million pounds of products are subject to recall, including items like pre-made salad kits and frozen dinners. The original recall was announced Wednesday, with additional products added to the list Thursday and Friday. The meat was produced by Bruce Pack, a food company located in Durant, Oklahoma. The products were produced from June 19, 2024 to October 8, 2024 and shipped to distributors nationwide. The products subject to recall bear establishment numbers 51205 or P-51205 inside or under the USDA mark of inspection.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So far, there have been no confirmed reports of illness, but anyone with concerns should contact a healthcare professional. Listeriosis can cause fever, muscle aches, headache, stiff neck, confusion, loss of balance, and convulsions, sometimes preceded by diarrhea or other gastrointestinal symptoms. The problem was discovered after officials performed routine testing of the meat and identified Bruce Pack RTE chicken as the source. Restaurants, institutions, and other establishments are urged not to serve or use these products. These products should be thrown away or returned to the place of purchase.
You want to know something? We're going to have a pretty bare meat department at Walmart when I go back.
Yeah, well, lucky me, I don't buy the meat at Walmart, and I really don't eat prepared meals, so I don't have to worry.
Alexa, how is listeria transmitted?
According to the Disease Ontology database, listeriosis is transmitted by ingestion of contaminated food or raw milk in congenital method.
Okay. But how does the food get contaminated?
Well, the meat was contaminated, so...
And then, yeah, but how did the meat get contaminated?
Great question. Let me see.
Excuse me.
How does L-I-S-T-E. There we go. How does listeria get into food? Let's see. Soil and water. Infected animals. Okay. Processing facilities. Well, listeria can spread to food in food processing facilities where it can grow on contaminated surfaces and equipment.
So that's why they say keep shit clean.
Mm-hmm.
That's why food inspectors in these restaurants are so strict, like keeping the milkshake machines clean.
Mm-hmm.
If you could get mold and bacteria growing on the inside of that thing.
Yeah, you know, McDonald's is notorious for that one.
Well, I think they've straightened up and started flying right.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I do agree. But it's not just McDonald's anymore. Okay, next story.
All right. Next, I'm going to go with this one where the YouTuber checked his phone, then crashed his McLaren on the stream. In other words, this is what I put in when I posted this. Steering while driving plus crashing a nearly $200,000 McLaren equals lifetime banishment from Kick.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, people.
Yep, here we go. Now, this is the story. This is courtesy of Vice.com. Jack Doherty, a 20-year-old influencer with nearly 15 million YouTube subscribers, crashed his $200,000 car and made sure to get the whole thing and the aftermath on camera. Doherty was live streaming a rainy drive in his McLaren on Kick, and the video caught him looking at his phone while he operated the vehicle. Soon, Doherty lost control of the car, which he bought last year, veering off the road and crashing into a guardrail. Whoa, whoa, no, no! Doherty screamed amid the crash. Oh, fuck. Eventually,
that's what he said. Oh, fuck.
Yes, he did. Eventually, bystanders approached the car to help. Doherty was manic in the aftermath. Break the fucking window! Doherty yelled at the Good Samaritans. He then proceeded to ask one of the men to hold his phone, which was recording, so it could capture escaping through the car window. My fucking car, bro! Doherty lamented as he was pulled out the window. Fuck, dude, my fucking car! Holy shit, no, are you fucking kidding me? That's his words. Doherty filmed himself walking around the car and assessing the damage. Eventually, he made his way over to the passenger side where he found his friend was bleeding from the head. Oops. The men were taken to the hospital where Doherty's pal, who we referred to as Michael, got stitches in his head. Amid criticism for his distracted driving and apparent focus on his car instead of his friend, Doherty addressed the situation on X, aka Twitter. I just want to say how grateful that I am that Michael and I are alive, he wrote. I'm so sorry, Michael, for putting you through that. Thank you to all the first responders and everyone who helped us get out of the car. This could have been so much worse, and it's a huge learning lesson. And he was taking a video of himself in the hospital. All right, in the wake of the controversy, the streaming site Kick banned Doherty's account from the platform. Kick told NBC News that it does not condone illegal activity, which is why we swiftly took action to ban this creator from the platform. This is far from Doherty's first experience with car crashes. He previously crashed a golf cart and an off-road vehicle. Videos of both incidents were, of course, posted online.
What is Kick? Is it a platform?
Yes. It's a fairly new platform.
I've never heard of Kick.
I've
never heard of Kick.
Well, I have. I know Mike was trying to start something on there, but I don't know if he was able to take that off or not, to be honest. So, but honestly,
like I said, do stupid things, get stupid fucking prizes.
Yeah, because if he ends up getting banned on YouTube and the other social platforms, he's gonna lose that 15 million subscribers, and he'll lose all the money he's made. Right?
I hope he's not spending like a son of a bitch either.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he got that nearly $200,000 McLaren. Seriously,
yeah.
If I had $200,000, I still wouldn't buy a McLaren. I'd be buying a Honda CR-V, and then use the rest of the money to maybe help put some improvements to the house.
Yeah, I would probably, if I had that type of money, I would help Jack out.
Mm-hmm.
I would maybe give someone a scholarship to college.
Yeah.
Save the rest.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. If I were to get $200,000, I would be paying off all the debts I have, then do some house improvements, then whatever's left over, save that money for a rainy day or a vacation. Day? Yeah.
Hey, use the money to come see me.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, take your pick on these last three here. The pastor for discouraging congregation from giving to the poor, DeKalb Horse Park board or bolting, asking public to take the reins, or the high schooler seriously injured and hit and run witnessed by his entire cross-country team.
What was the first one?
Pastor faces backlash for discouraging congregation from giving to the poor.
That one,
okay.
The track team second, and then the third one.
Okay, very well.
That one first, the track team second, and what was the third one?
The horse park.
Yeah.
Okay, give me just a second here.
Seconds up.
Okay. So, here's the story. Pastor Keon Henderson faces backlash for discouraging congregation from giving to the poor. Charity does not bring wealth. Oh boy. Alright. So, Pastor Keon Henderson gave a sermon recently regarding spreading wealth to the poor and caught much backlash for his remarks. On Tuesday, October 8th, a clip from Henderson's preachings made rounds on social media after he claimed there is no blessing connected to giving to the less fortunate, like the multiplier blessings you receive from tithing in church. Here's the other problem with the church, he began. Anytime a person is in need, y'all go running and dropping money. But let me tell you something. The poor will be with you always, and there is no blessing connected. Get out of here, Huggies.
What?
I got a Huggies ad pop up right while I was reading. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anytime a person is in need, y'all go running and dropping money. But let me tell you something. The poor will be with you always, and there is no blessing connected to blessing the poor, other than getting back what you give to them, but no multiplication. He further explained that the only way to receive an abundance of blessings is to tithe, which is donating money to the church. And we've all sort of heard some horror stories about some people who didn't do it.
Yeah, like that one woman
Who got
who was
kicked out of
kicked
a
out of the
church.
church because she quit tithing.
Yeah, she couldn't tithe. She couldn't afford it. All right. Multiplication
It's
is
like 10% of your income. I
Yeah.
think the tithing is supposed to be 10% of your income.
I think it's done by itself. Multiplication is segregated for tithes and offering, he continued. When you give to the poor, the only thing you do is help them, but you don't help yourself. So when you give $1 to somebody on the street talking about, but I did my job, God like, thank you, but it ain't gonna help you. Charity does not bring wealth, only the tithe does that. The controversial comments were met with gasps and grunts from the audience and much commentary on social media. Now, what kind of fuckery this false prophet saying? Tithes go to you, sir. Not you not getting my money. I will give to the poor. I don't give to get, one person wrote in the Neighborhood Talks comment section. Another person simply called it a foolish statement. The pastor, who's currently married to Shawnee O'Neal, ex-wife of Shaquille O'Neal, dealt with more backlash last month when he told a worshiping woman to hush in church. He later apologized to the emotional woman in front of the entire church and gave her a long hug, which led her to scream and cry even more. Let's see. While appearing on the Tamron Hall show following the viral moment, he explained his reasoning behind asking the lady to quiet down. As a pastor, I know the difference between disturbance and worship. What people have to understand is that every time you hear noise in church, it isn't worship. And so there has to be order. Additionally, Henderson made it clear he would do it again if needed.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, let's just say he's one of those preachers I would not want to be going to the church with.
No. I will tell you an incident I had with a church.
Okay.
It wasn't in a regular church building.
Mm-hmm.
I had an elderly lady that lived up the street from me, and I went to church with her once. You know where it was being held? It was a church service for homeless people.
Mm-hmm.
It was held in an empty Kinney shoe store. Were using it for their church meetings. And there was a guy that came in off the street and sat behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I was not used to him. It scared the ever-loving crap out of me. But he came in, but, you know, people like that could use our help.
Yeah.
You know, you can't help what fate deals you.
Yep, exactly.
And there are people out there that need the money, but they have no way to get to a job. They don't qualify for a job.
Mm-hmm.
But that's enough of that.
Yeah, and another problem is Salvation Army here in Montgomery. They lost their homeless shelter they had because that made way for the new Montgomery Whitewater Park. They're still looking for a place to put them right now.
You know
what? I just wish that somebody would buy that empty strip mall down there on Litchfield Road. It's on the Goodyear side of Litchfield Road. You cross Litchfield Road and you get into Avondale. But they have an empty strip mall that's nothing there. They could take one or two of those empty stores, turn them into a shelter for domestic abuse or homeless people.
Yeah, there are several places here in Montgomery that could do that, but the problem is people don't want them near their homes.
You know, we're talking about you guys are talking about like homeless people, right?
Right.
Okay. I've got a little bit of an issue with how people treat the homeless. In my life, I've been homeless. Okay, I've been homeless before. And you want to know something? The only way I survived was by the generosity and kindness of others. The fact that humans can look at one another in times of struggle and times of where people are down on their luck and stuff and say, well, I don't I don't see a reason to help them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's really fucking irritating to me because it's like, how the fuck would you feel if you were the one that was down on your luck
And
in a,
nobody helped you.
and in a bad place? You were trying your best every day to improve yourself, and some Tom, Dick, or Harry decided that you trying to get yourself on your feet wasn't good enough for them.
It reminds me of some of those Monorobo stories we watched, Shirley.
Yeah. Now,
The people that look down on the other people because they look poor.
mm-hmm. But now I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate on this one, okay?
No,
Um,
and Shirley, I'm
mm-hmm.
gonna say this right now. I appreciate you playing devil's advocate because guess what? You make a valid when you play devil's advocate, you're gonna make a valid point.
Right.
But I'm just gonna say this right now. In my perspectives, you're probably not gonna be able to easily convince me
No,
against what I
no,
have.
I'm not looking to convince you. I promise you that. Okay. It's just that,
Oh, can I say something real quick before
yeah,
you start playing devil's advocate?
yeah.
Jack, I forget where we were coming back from, and we stopped near a McDonald's, and this homeless guy came up and asked for money for a hamburger. Now, Jack didn't give him the money, but he went with the guy into McDonald's and bought him a hamburger.
Okay, that's good.
You know, that's a little different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, sometimes you have to be careful with homeless people because now one time, someone I used to work with at my old job, there was a homeless guy actually hit her car with a golf club.
Oh, I believe it. People, that's just general humanity. Humans being humans and people being stupid and asshole. Okay.
You know what? Some of these homeless people, I think, are in mental crisis as well.
Um,
But we
nine
really don't know
nine
that.
9 times out of 10, I'm willing to bet you that if you're dealing with a homeless person, you're probably dealing with someone who is having a problem, an issue with like their mental health or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not trying to be rude
No,
about
no,
it,
no, 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 no.
but the fact
Or
of the matter,
how about the homeless people who choose drugs over getting help?
they're
Yeah.
lazy. They're lazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I just put that down like that. But here's the thing. When I was homeless, and I it was a large part of the reason I was homeless was because I was having a mental health crisis. I just didn't know it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I've now that I look back on those days when I was walking the streets and couch surfing and shit, I was literally having a mental health crisis. I didn't know how to deal with it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As for what uh what you said, Janet, um and Shirley, the easiest way to really tell if someone is truly homeless or not, and I know this is going to sound really in a way, but it's proven to be true with what I've observed 99% of the time. Okay. Look at their shoes. If the person's shoes look really, really like brand new,
They're not homeless.
well, it's either they're not homeless, A, or B, every dime they spend on the shoes instead of what they really need to live.
Survive.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But as a general rule of thumb, I look at a person's shoes and that kind of tells me what's going on. When you're dealing with, like, here in Cedar Rapids, we have a law of ordinance in place where you can't panhandle in certain areas because there's no walking allowed in those areas. Because we had some major issues with people who would go into those areas because they were high traffic and
get killed.
Yeah. And it just was decided that, we didn't need to have them in those areas. It still allows them to follow the First Amendment. We still allow First Amendment following by allowing the people who do all that to do it in other places of the town, but like they can go to Walmart and in the Walmart parking lot, and there's like roads that lead from the Walmart parking lot, and they can do their panhandling there. But for anyone else, people would rather not have to worry about that, So we have that. We also have like I said, in certain areas you just can't panhandle. Okay. And people have gotten to the point where they're like, okay, I could see this.
Okay, I think Janet wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Not too long ago, the Phoenix Police Department, they had homeless camps where they had tent cities set up. The homeless had tent cities set up. They went in, and rather than, trying to help them, they totally destroyed what few belongings those people had.
Exactly. And I have a big issue with towns like that who literally just do that just to piss off people. You know what I mean?
Part of the reason they had to do that is because they were peeing and defecating on the street.
Right.
They were in a big drug problem. They need to do. Go ahead.
And that's fine and dandy. However, people need to understand that if you're going to do that and basically destroy someone's life, someone's going to get pissed. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So anyway, continue, Jan.
But and I haven't heard anything else about that. But I really feel for the people, like, say you have I'm using you as an example, Shirley. Say you were a victim of domestic violence.
Yeah.
And you got kicked out of the house. Being a victim of domestic violence. And you had nowhere to go. And you started living on the street. What would happen?
Probably get prostituted or
robbed, raped, robbed,
killed.
That's raped, robbed, killed, sold into prostitution. But I just wish there was something we could do to help the homeless.
You know what? We can actually. And I'm gonna get a slight bit political here, but there's a good reason for this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There are currently in this country more empty homes than there are homeless people. So here's what I propose. We take those homeless people, wherever they are, it doesn't matter, and we get them into a home. Help them get a job or get disability, get them into one of those homes that are available. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Once they get enough money to stand on their own 2 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We set the whatever city they're in sells that house to that person for say $5. The the people who the city will make a little bit of money from that, and then all the property taxes afterwards. Secondly, the homeless person would have a place to call their own. And thirdly, since the person has a place to call their own, they're not on the streets anymore. Makes sense,
How about
right?
Habitat for Humanity? How about Habitat for Humanity?
Yeah, that's a good example. Mm-hmm. Habitat for Humanity makes houses for people who are down on their luck. But what I'm saying is there's actually houses. We have enough houses in this country right now that are sitting there vacant, not doing jack shit for the city as far as your taxes go, not doing jack shit for people who need it because no one's living there. So what we do is you have the cities buy out the properties. Just buy them out. And then you take, like, let's say you have a husband, wife that are homeless. Okay, cool. Put them in one house. When they get on their feet and get some money rolling in, you send them a bill for $5. And when you send them the bill, you say on the bill, this bill is only so that this bill is for the house that you are now living in. Once you pay this $5, the deed to this house will be signed over to you. Done. Then the person that lives there can grow home equity, can grow more potential for themselves, can start paying property taxes to the city. So the city wins, the homeless people win. It's a win-win. But no, you know why that's not happening?
Greed.
That's one of them, but I would say another reason would be the people would not want those types around the neighborhood.
I don't give a shit if the people would not want those types around the neighborhood. Here's the simple fact of the matter. Once they have that house, they're no longer homeless. So they can live their life. They get bills in their name. They can build credit. They can build home equity. They can get a job, and with all that, they could get health insurance and get whatever their mental health situation is figured out. I mean, there's literally zero negatives to this,
Well, you want to know something? Right in the cul-de-sac on the end of our street, we have a doggone halfway house. They don't bother us.
Yeah.
And halfway
people, here's the problem. Okay. And this is a perspective from someone who's been homeless. The problem comes down to the fact that people who have their own house or have their own apartment think they're superior to these people who are homeless and on the streets. They don't realize that it could literally take one occurrence just that quick for you to lose everything. Absolutely everything.
Prime example, those people down in Florida that faced the two hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You know,
Bunches of them are virtually homeless.
yeah. And this is the thing, like I'm saying, it can literally be the drop of a fucking hat and you lose everything. It doesn't even have to be a natural disaster.
Yep, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went from having a home to being homeless in 3 hours before. Not even a joke. And one day I walked from let me think here. Yeah. From First Avenue and 19th Street here in Cedar Rapids, all the way out to Grand Avenue in Marion in one day. Okay. I had a friend who was willing to put me up at that moment, and I had to walk to his place. But I'm telling you, it can happen so fast that your head would spin, and people don't realize it. I mean, and it's part of the human condition to think that, oh, I've got everything sorted out right now. Ha 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 ha. I'm good. Do. No, no. It can change in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And trust me, as someone who's had it happen, it sucks. It really fucking sucks to have to come to people who you've been friends with for years and years and years and say, please, I have nowhere else to go. I need your help. Please help me.
Yeah, swallowing your pride, you know?
Do you know how hard it is for anyone to say that to a friend?
Probably very hard.
Let me put it to you in a perspective that you can understand, Shirley. That would be now, I'm knocking on wood right now because I hope this doesn't happen to you. But that would be like if your house that you live in right now caught fire tomorrow
And burned to the ground.
and burned to the ground, and the only person you knew that you could count on to help you was your estranged brother. Do you want to know how demoralizing that would be for you to go
Yeah.
to your brother
Yeah.
and say, I need your help? Okay. I'm not trying to say that that's going to happen, but I am saying that it could. And that's the problem. People don't realize that it could happen so fast that you wouldn't even see it coming from 50 miles away. You wouldn't see it coming from 100 miles away. It would hit you across the face so hard
A lot of people, go ahead and finish, Frodo.
that it would hit you across the face so hard and it'd be so difficult for you as the person you are, Shirley, no offense to you,
No.
to admit that you need the help for that.
A
Because
lot of people, what happens is they do not think about the future. They live in the now.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
They live in the here and now. And then when shit does hit the fan, they don't know what to do because they've been living in the here and now.
exactly. But my suggestion, my idea, my theory, my thought for this problem that we have in this country would not only solve our homeless problem, it would also make everybody who receive that assistance feel so much better about themselves. And that right there, that kind of shit right there, once you start feeling better about yourself, it's the first step to becoming a better person, a better individual.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
true.
that's the thing that people don't realize. It takes, honestly, it takes one show of kindness, just one, to maybe save someone's life.
Mm-hmm.
And if the country would actually do this, do my suggestion, I can all but guarantee you, the homeless population would be gone like that. And on top of that, you'd be given so many people. Every single homeless person would feel like they belonged in your city. And if they feel like they belong, they're going to A, spend money in your city, B, stay in your city, so they'll be paying taxes in your city, and C, possibly become some of the most essential people in your town.
Mm-hmm.
It
You know what?
takes
You know
is
what
a
I
show
tried to
of
do?
kindness.
You know what I tried to do, Frodo? When I go to Walmart, I try to keep a smile on my face. And you should see the people that smile back at me.
You
You
know,
know,
Mm-hmm.
with me, Janet, I do something similar, but in a way different. When I go to Walmart, I try to crack jokes with people, whether they're employees, customers, it doesn't matter. Why? Because if I can make someone laugh and feel good, even if they're struggling, I feel like I've done something positive for that person.
I have a friend that works at Walmart and she's going through a rough patch right now.
But
She
yeah,
needs to find a place that takes her dog, that can take 2 dogs and 3 cats,
Mm.
so
you
anyway,
know?
Shirley, what do you
Yes.
think of what I said, what I've been saying?
Well, I don't see why it wouldn't work. It's just that the problem is, I mean, you'd have to go through all the red tape. You'd have to clear it with the city. There's like so much you'd have to do, right?
Well, here's the thing. I've actually been hearing rumors that possibly Miss our lovely vice president, if she gets in as president, might do this, do something like this.
Yeah, it's about that $25,000 towards a house, right?
I think so, yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If she does something great like this, I think I think that this would be one of the biggest fucking change. This would be one of the biggest fucking positive things that this country has ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll just have to wait and see on that first, unfortunately.
Yeah. But, like I said, this would be my viewpoint. It.
Yeah, that's fine. Because you've been through it, I have not, so I cannot say I know I haven't because I can't.
I haven't been through it either, but
let me tell you, as someone who has been homeless, I'm going to tell you right now, the hardest part of being homeless is not knowing where to turn. You're literally
twisting in the wind.
It's not even twisting in the wind. It's literally you don't know. You don't know if anyone will listen to you. You don't know if anyone would give you a chance. You don't know. And it's that unknowing that is the scariest part about being homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to be real, people.
No, that's fine. It's better to be real. Okay. I think I got enough time for one more story. I think it's going to be the high schooler that got hit by the hit and run driver. This will be a quick one. This is out of Huntsville. High school freshman from Alabama is still recovering in the hospital days after a hit and run that happened while he was on a cross-country team training run. Chandler Drowan, a 14-year-old Grissom High School student, was seriously injured in a hit and run last Wednesday morning, officials said. His mother, Nicole Drowan, said he had surgery Saturday afternoon to repair his leg, and they're waiting for his levels to become normal, WAF reports. Chandler's cross-country coach, Christy Binns, said the entire team and the coaching staff witnessed the incident, she told WAFF. It was a horrifying moment, but also showed the strength of her athletes. It was horrific as coaches had to have witnessed the incident, but particularly for our team, who also had to watch it, she said. We have amazing kids on our team. They're very resilient. They really handled the situation better than you have expected young teenagers to. Ben said Chandler is a freshman whose family recently moved from Texas to Alabama. He's new to the area and new to the team, splitting his time between cross-country and junior ROTC. He's done very well in running. Being involved in two different activities is a lot, and he seemed to have been managing to take care of both of these and be committed to both of them, she said. Chandler's mother said she appreciates all the love and support from the community as her son recovers. She says the teens cross-country team wore green ribbons for him. His fellow JROTC members wore bracelets, and his Boy Scout Troop 343 were also sending messages of support. Huntsville police arrested the suspect, hit-and-run driver, 21-year-old Jared Monroe Severance, hours after the incident occurred. He has been charged with second-degree assault and leaving the scene of an accident and remains in the Madison County Jail on a $30,000 bond. In the wake of the incident, Ben says the cross-country team will be making changes come practice time. From now on, they'll avoid busy intersections and instead practice in neighborhoods and grassways.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump out of the call.
Okay.
You guys finish it off.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, anyway, this is basically the plan. Tomorrow, I've got Master Duel, so I'll be doing that. And then Friday, since everybody here's basically having birthdays and picking games, we're gonna let Sajo pick the game on Friday.
I have a feeling I know which one he's gonna pick too.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. But I think we're probably gonna. But this is gonna be to be determined.
Yeah, you know what?
What?
It'd be cool if you picked Mad Libs. Do you have your Mad Libs?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, Collector Invest is in. Hey. I remember, yeah, I remember he showed up before, so good to see you again. Was it? Collector Invest in the chat.
Hello there, Invest.
All right, so anyway, now we got that all worked out. I'm going to play the ending, so bear with me. Growl.
Growl, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We covered quite a bit tonight.
Yes, we did.
I'm glad I get to express my opinion about the home. But this place, it's a strip mall.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing to leave that place was an auto parts place.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we need to end the show. All right. So
And
anyway,
I'll talk a little bit with you after.
all right. So anyway, that's all for tonight. So love, peace, and chicken grease. Have a great night. Sleep well. Stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow for Master Duel, and the rest will be here Friday for Sajo's game pick. So
Sajo's choice du jour.
Yep, exactly. So have a great night.
Good night,
Peace.
everybody.